Hey guys, it's Lydia. So today's video I'm going to be talking about my first period story. So this is going to be my first ever video, going to be talking about girls, so basically a female body, and it's going to be a bit too much information. So that's like my warning before I go into the story. And obviously if you're a guy, maybe this can be educational for you, for your I don't know, for your sisters or for your cousin sisters or for your friends that are girls or your girlfriend. My first period story. So it happened in high school. I was about in year 10, and I remembered clearly, it was like towards the end of school. I mean, not like school term, but school day in general. I don't remember which day it was actually. Maybe it was on a Wednesday. Yeah. And cause like before that, like me, I actually, my discharge, it's this white discharge thing that you get in between you have your periods. I actually started that probably like 2 years before I actually got my first period. Fast forward, at the end of school day, I felt like my undies were wet, but it was because I thought, it's the discharge was watery, etc. I just went to the toilet just randomly. I don't even know if I went to the toilet to actually go and pee, or I actually went to the toilet just to check. I don't know. But I did go to. I remember I went to the toilet. Like, I don't even know if it was like at the end of the school day, or if it was before that. Yeah. So because of that, I assumed that it was just discharge being watery. I actually saw like a really dark red, like even my period back then, like when I didn't realize it was my period. I The color on my undies were actually like brown, but you know how they say it's when you're, I don't know, I think when you first start your period, like sometimes it turns brown, but it's actually like really dark red, but then it turns out to be like a color, like a brown color. So that's what I saw on my undies, right? That it was like brown color, but it was actually really dark red. But thing is, I didn't even think of like wiping my undies to like see if it was like red, because normally, like if it's like if the color looks brown, it's actually really dark red. And then after that, I didn't even wipe. I just saw it, like, okay. And then I was walking out with my friends. Like me, I didn't even think, like, it was just discharge, like in me thinking. Yeah, I went home, and then I came back home, and I remembered it was at my I remember it was at my old house as well. Came back home, and I remembered my grandmother was there as well as my mom. I went to shower, or like I got cleaned up, and then I put on my clothes, and once I put on my undies, I don't know how I found out, but I think I put on my undies, and after that I might have felt like a leak, like, yeah, go to my undies, and then I looked again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's blood. And I was like freaking out, and I was like, oh my goodness, what do I do? And then I felt like, I don't know, like I wouldn't say scared, like I just felt like, oh my gosh, like I was like so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? Like in my mind, I was like, what do I do? And then I looked out of my bathroom, and then I don't know what I did actually. I think I somehow I got another new undies, and then like in my bathroom probably, and I wore my clothes obviously, and then I put on fresh new undies, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like in both, but luckily that time, like it was both females in the house, like in my house, my grandmother and my mom. My mom was in the bedroom, and my grandmother, she was in the kitchen, from what I remember. And yeah, so after that, then I was like freaking out, like I was so nervous back then. And then I actually put on fresh new clothes, and then I showed my mom like the undies that I actually wore that had blood in it, and then I showed her. And then she couldn't see it because the light was turned off, so she turned it on, and then I was like, oh, look. And then after that, she gave me a pad that was, she I think she had spare pads in her drawers. She like told me, what to do, this and that. I remembered after that, my mom, she went down to the store, and she bought like a packet of pads, and I think a roll on for me. Gave it to me, and my grandmother was like, I don't know, we were talking about something. My grandmother was talking about something, and then all of a sudden she bring up a topic like something about monthly periods, like we get it once a month, this and that. And then I kind of like trying to look at my mom. She was in the kitchen, but she was busy doing something, and I'm like, okay. And then I just listened to my grandmother saying about it. My first period story. It wasn't really shocking or scary for me because I was in high school. But the thing I found very weird, I think, why couldn't my mom tell me herself about, these things, about having periods once a month? For some reason I got excited because before I got my first period, I actually like kind of gained some knowledge from high school and also with my friends. But that's my first period story. If you haven't got your first period yet, by the way, don't feel ashamed or embarrassed because it is perfectly normal. Every female gets their period. This is nothing ashamed or embarrassing to talk about or even to have it. And yeah, and if you, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna be talking more about girl talk videos like later in my channel, just to be more open in my channel as well. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next new video. Bye.